Okay, the next venture to this guy. Now we got the feet done. Okay. Now we got his tail done. Now it's the hat time. We'll put the feathering on after we do the hat. The hat's going to be very sensitive, so I'm going to use this spray. Like I said, it's a 50% solution of rubbing alcohol and water. There isn't a whole lot to this portion we have to do. It's this portion. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly work our way around. See how this is and this? This is what it should look all the way around. So it's going to take just a small, I'm going to do 1/2 on line, or see how far I can get here. And all you want to do is kind of clean up where the knife marks are, and take your time. I'm going to use my other knife. I think it's a little sharper. I go from stationary knives to pocket knives, whatever is the sharpest at the time. That's what I use. Okay, and I'm going to stay about 1/8 of an inch away, because once we get down to that location where we have to really concentrate on the corners there, we'll put the buckle on the hat yet. A little more detail than I thought on this thing, but not too much. Okay, see how the hat's coming? Alright, there's the pilgrim's hat. Come along. Very carefully, and I want to be careful I'm going to go the opposite way just here at the end here, just to clean it up. And there we go. Good. Just take your time. You know, this is the fun part for me, is rounding this off. That'll bring the whole project to what I wanted it to look like in the first place, was this turkey under a hat. Okay. Alright, so that's what it looks like, okay? And so you're going to do the same thing to this other side. This side's a little easier for me because I hang on to it a little easier. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to work my way down to the edge, not all the way. And I'm going to take that rough stuff. Now you want to be careful. The one thing I want to tell you is on the feet, I actually did them really deep, so there's a little bit of space in between their toes, you know, of their feet there. And you just want to be careful you don't knock anything off. It should be pretty strong because the grain's running this way, okay? It's not running across, so it has a little strength with that. If you want something that's really delicate to have extra strength, you can put a little bit of, I'll think of it, crazy glue on it will help you. Now I'm going to switch to this here, just to clean it up. See how I can clean that up without putting a lot of pressure on it. There we go. I want to be careful I don't want to stick the feet with it. But carving marks on the feet. Okay, so that's one way of cleaning that up. A little bit easier. Notice I'm doing it side to side. It's just like a knife. It's just a little better handle at getting into areas. Gouges are really a neat tool to have. Gouges, because just simply for what I'm doing here, it's cleaning up what I want. Okay, and without a lot of pressure. They are harder to sharpen up if you're a beginner carver. They are a little tougher to sharpen. But like anything else, it can be taught how to sharpen. And like I said before, if you get 10 people to tell you how they sharpen tools, sharpen their knives, all 10 are going to be different. Everybody has their own method. And my method has changed over the years as well. You know, how I did it 20, 30 years ago is not how I do it today. But, you know, the end result's the same thing. You want a sharp knife. And, you know, please do not spend lots of money on the carving tools, like sharpeners and all that, until you get the concept and the right technique down. You know what you're doing first. The machine isn't going to do it for you. You have to learn how to look at that knife and how to test it and how to lay that blade down right. So learn the technique first, and then the machines will just enhance your ability to sharpen. Okay? Alright. We gotta go back here. We'll do all this online, why not? If I have the time on this tape, I'll try to do as much of this hat as I can. And you have to be mindful how the grain is running. I see I'm keep flipping it over. Okay. So it's starting to look like a pilgrim's hat. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to go right down there and clean all that up. Remember to take all the markings off from the bandsaw. When you go to paint it, it's a bear because those areas will be darker. Okay, good. Take your time, folks, when you get to this edge. See how slow I'm going right now? This is how, and when it's delicate areas like this, you just want to take little pieces off. You don't want to take big chunks of wood off. Just work your way through it. If you feel a tug like I just did there, you just want to turn your knife over and go the other way. Be mindful how your grain is running on this thing. Alright, so I've got more work on this side here to do, and I'll fuss with this more as I get offline here. And then when we come back, we'll put the buckle on there. It's pretty simple. It's not a huge deal, but it will make it look like a pilgrim's hat for sure. Alright. Again, I'm working my way down, and I'm flattening this out a little bit. And it's tugging, so we turn it around. Now, folks, if you happen to, take a chunk of it out, don't cry over it. All you do is get some glue, and glue it back into place. Let it set for a while, and then keep going. Okay? I know it's heart-sinking. My heart sinks when I see a piece get chucked, come out. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get closer to those edges and clean up those edges and make sure that half's good and round from the top view. And then we'll put the belt buckle around it. And we've got the feathering to do yet. Some feathering on the sides. And I'm going to, before I come back, I'm going to debate what I want to exactly do. If I want to do it similar to my other one, or if I'm just going to have like a comical one. I can do the feathering, and I think it might be interesting for those of you that want to learn how to do feathering. I have some videos about that, so you can follow along on those. Like I do have the other turkey that's more detailed about the feathering. This is more the comical thing, but yeah, I enjoy it. Again, here there's another rough spot. I'll be back, folks.